Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. For today's video, as you can see in the title of this vlog, I'll be sharing with you the things we considered before owning a house. So disclaimer lang, this is just our preference with my husband, so these considerations may not be applicable to you. So what are you going to do is to communicate with your spouse and decide which way to go. So if you are interested, let's get straight to it. So my husband is camera shy. He is actually beside me. There. Are you okay there, my loves? So while I'm vlogging here, he has to be beside me so that my words are very credible because he can hear me. And I'm not saying anything that he doesn't know, right, my loves? Okay, that's alright. So let's continue. So as you all know, we are currently constructing our dream home, which is called Casa Melgar at this moment. So before doing it, we had to consider different things with my husband. So right after our marriage in 2016, we've decided to just stay or live in my parents' house because we have to breathe financially. So we've decided to just stay in our common house, is what we call it in Cebuano. Common house is the house where our parents live. So in our case, living in my parents' house. So right now we are still living in our parents' house, but eventually in the next few months we will be moving in to our dream home, which is La Casa Melgar. So the first thing we consider is living in my parents' house. So if you are as lucky as we do, we have our common house, so you have to take advantage of it because you really can save a lot of money. I'm not saying that you have to live in your parents' house or your common house, but for the time being that you are just married, so you have to save money so that you can build your own house. Our next consideration is acquiring our own lot. So 2 years after our marriage, that was 2016. So in 2018, 2 years after, we acquired our own lot. So it's not inherited. It is not given from our parents, but the money that we bought for our lot is from our hard-earned money. So we considered it a milestone because nowadays it is not easy to acquire our own lot. It's too expensive. The cost is too expensive. So I am very blessed with a supportive husband also, because I was the one who told him to decide for our own lot. We have to save money so that we can buy our own lot and eventually build our own home. Acquiring also your own lot, it could be your investment because the value of it will increase over time. So for newly married couple, if you have your own savings and you can acquire your own lot right away, so that's much better. But for us, it took us 2 years to acquire our own lot. So the third consideration would be to buy or to build a house. When you buy a house, there are advantages and disadvantages. If you build a house also, there are also disadvantages and advantages. So that's what we communicated with my husband if you're going to build or buy. So if you buy your house, of course you can save time because the house is already there. Next is it's less headache because you should not think of the construction workers or all the materials that needs to be purchased so that you can build your house. And of course, the money is very accurate. For example, the agent will tell you that this house is worth 5 million pesos, for example. So 5 million pesos is already accurate. You cannot go over that budget because the house is already built. Disadvantages of buying a house is, of course, you cannot choose your own community. So for married couple, of course, we want our community to be peaceful, quiet, and so on. So you cannot choose that if you are going to buy your own house. And of course, you cannot decide according to your preference. For example, you want your kitchen to be like this, so you cannot do that because that's already built. So it's already made. So if you are going to change that, of course, you have to undergo major renovation. So that takes time, that takes a lot of money also. So those are the advantages and disadvantages of buying your home, while the advantages and disadvantages of building a house. So when you build a house, of course it is time consuming because you are going to build your own house, and it is more headache because you have to think a lot of things, you have to think of everything, and sometimes you can go over your budget because, for example, you are allotting your house for this particular budget, like for example 3 million. You can go over that because of the cost of the construction materials. Yeah, so you can go over your budget, but the advantages is that you can choose your own community. Unlike buying your own house, you can choose your own community, just like where we are now. The La Casa Melgar is situated in a peaceful and quiet environment. It is near our common house. La Casa Melgar is actually just 2 houses away from our common house. So we are just neighbors with my parents. And after we vacate this house where I am now, there's nobody left in this house but my father. Okay, so that's it. So another advantage is you can choose your own design. So just like my preference, I'd like my house to have 4 rooms, and 1 room is for my home office, the other one is our master's bedroom, and the others when we will have kids in the future. So that's my own preference. Actually, everything will boil down according to your family values and your preferences. So it really depends on you, on what you would like your dream house to look like, or where it will be situated. So for buying and building a house, we talk about it with my husband, and after series of confrontations, after series of decision makings, we ended up with building our dream home. We wanna build our dream home because we want our own design. Like me, I'm an OC. I'd like everything to be in my specifications. My husband will just support me. So that's what happened. We decided to build our house. So after deciding to build our dream home, that's the time that we are going to save. So 4th consideration is you have to save. In our case, it took us 5 years. So that was our marriage was in 2016. So last year in November 2021, we started to build our dream home, the La Casa Melgar. So it took us 5 years. It's not easy to save money for your house because that can be financially draining. It can be stressful, very tiresome. So especially when we talk about money, you need an ample amount of money so that you can build your dream home. Now, if you have already your savings, that's the time you are going to plan. Okay? Planning can be so tricky, especially if you are about to construct your own house. So planning includes what kind of house you would like to have. Just there are a lot of designs like Mediterranean or cabin-like or traditional house in the Philippines. It really depends on you. So you have to plan for it. So in our case, we planned it, and in the next vlog, I'll be sharing with you how we plan for our dream home. Planning also includes when to start your construction and everything. So you have to plan for it. So just a recap, these are the 5 things that we considered in before owning our dream home. First is staying in or living in our parents' house. Second is acquiring our own lot. Next, third is deciding on how we are going to own our house, which is building or buying. The 4th is we have to save money, and the 5th and the last is planning. So that's it, guys. That ends my vlog for today. I hope the things that I've shared with all of you can help you decide on what are the things you have to consider before owning your dream home. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in my next vlog. Bye! Bye! Bye!